Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show with no name. I'm Adaire Palmer, and
I'm Theonie Roussianos. And why do we insist on telling people that when our names are down here?
Because it's fun. The show with no name was dreamed up by myself and Theonie probably 18 months ago now, because we wanted to help charities or for-profit organisations, previously known as not-for-profits, service clubs, and people in the community who are doing fundraising work for charities. They're called community fundraisers, to help brand champion them to be able to get more donations, more sponsors, more volunteers, and raise the awareness of what they do and who they are. So we're here live Thursday mornings at 9:30 a.m. And we also would love for you to, Theonie is going to introduce in a moment what we're talking about today, but just make sure everybody, if you just let 5 people know that what we're doing is helping the community, then they could let 5 people know and we could get the word out there faster and wider. So what are we talking about today, Theonie?
So today now I have spoken to the people at Share the Dignity, and we were trying to get somebody from there to pop on over for us to interview today so they could give us a more detailed version of their story. But this time of year any time of year is extremely busy for them. This time of year is particularly busy, and we haven't been able to get somebody to jump on, but we still wanted to talk about this particular charity because we're supporting them with an event in the next couple of weeks, and we thought that you might like to as well. Now, if you are watching us, I can see we've got some people on. Say hello and let us know where you're from, because we like to give it that little bit more of a personal experience. Now, Share the Dignity is who we're talking about today, and they have a couple of campaigns that they run across the year, but at Christmas particularly, they have a campaign called #It'sInTheBag, and their requests are quite simple. Now, before we talk about this particular campaign, the campaign itself, we'll just talk a little bit about Share the Dignity. So they're a charity that were brought to our attention, so Adaire and my attention, by Sheree Lovell, also known as Duckie. She's a member of our Women in Business Adelaide community. And
sorry, just sending Pa-Ray off to his activities on a Thursday. Mum's already gone to craft, so he's got someone picking him up. So this is awesome. Live broadcasting, and this is what we do in real life.
Absolutely. So Share the Dignity is a women's charity making on-the-ground difference for girls and women experiencing homelessness, domestic violence, and period poverty. Now, I was actually at an event yesterday where we had somebody from Catherine House talk about the work that they do, and it's something that I've always known, but it was the word she used that really hit home, and it's that homelessness doesn't discriminate. It can happen to everyone. Now, everybody in that room last night were professionals, like from lawyers to bookkeepers to whatever they were. Homelessness can happen to anyone through any number of circumstances. And, I've heard stories of quite wealthy people who have ended up on the streets just through, whether it's domestic violence is one of the biggest things that leaves women on the streets, but it's not the only thing that puts them on the streets. It can be a breakdown of a relationship or, any other number of things. And so you never know when you might need this kind of assistance. And so so they're really there to get justice for women in Australia. And, just to remember that homelessness really isn't a choice. It's something that, it literally can happen to anyone. Some of the stories I've heard over the last couple of years from people that we know as well, Adaire, have just been quite surprising. You just, situations that you just would never expect. It's one of those things you think, it'll never happen to me, but that's what these other people said as well.
And I actually think that's a really powerful thing when we think about. I've got someone calling me here. I'm just going to Oh, it is when the statistics, I don't know if you've got more statistics there, but I read the other day that they said that women 55 and above are going to be the largest cohort of homeless or having housing issues into the future. And I think just even relating it back to my own circumstances, and I was saying to my mum this morning, I'm feeling a little bit ungrounded because I may have no one home to live in. I'm not on the streets, but I actually don't have anywhere that I could call mine where I can put stuff that's, so, and I know that would change, but even the circumstances for people in my circumstance is, it's on a sliding scale. And I think that's also something that has potential to impact. You don't know what's going to happen if you don't have a secure any sort of sense of security and around where you're going to live and
yeah.
So it can happen to anybody. And
the Catherine House, I can't remember the woman's name, but the woman who spoke from Catherine House last night, she said that they have housed women, at the age of 80.
Yeah. Yes.
And I just found that quite incredible.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't discriminate, can happen to anyone. And it's nice to know that there are people out there doing what they can to make a difference. Now, Share the Dignity, Sheree, I had not heard of Share the Dignity before last year when Sheree brought them to our attention. But they have a few charitable events across the year, and what It's in the Bag campaign is all about. So you donate a handbag, or they have 3 different. I'm just opening their website to make sure I get the information correct because I don't want to pass on, the wrong stuff. So you donate pre-loved. Obviously, you can go and buy a new handbag if you want to, but most women have a handbag sitting in their wardrobe that's still in perfectly good condition, but they don't use it anymore. And so what they're after, they have 3 different categories. So they're after a teen bag, which is essential items for a teenager, a nappy bag, which is for, for a new mum, and a women's bag, so essential items and they have a specific list of items to be donated because they do have to keep it fair as well. And these bags are donated through women's homeless shelters or rehoming shelters or, whatever. I know different shelters call each other different things. So that's where they end up. So they end up in the places that need it. And they're essential items. Like I read on their website, their thing is about a woman should not have to make the choice between buying food or buying a tampon.
Yes. Yeah.
Like that should not even be a thought.
And unfortunately it is.
Yeah, so it's quite, and I guess when we're not in that position, it can be difficult to sort of comprehend and get your head around that. But that is a choice that people are making, can I buy a loaf of bread or do I really need to buy, tampons, pads, whatever it is that they're using? So it is a reality for many. And so this campaign, I am looking over here because I am looking at my screen. What I might do is share my screen, actually would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So let me just share just make sure I get the right screen. Okay.
I'm just doing a share here, which is why I'm looking down.
Yeah, no, that's okay. So here, I just put this screen on solo so then Adaire can look down and nobody knows.
Nobody will. No, I don't.
Now I'm just going to remove this overlay so that it's not covering any of here we go. All right, so donations are accepted between Friday the 22nd of November and Saturday 7 of December. And what you can put in the bag. So, they choose a handbag that's, pre-loved but still in a good condition. And because this is a Christmas gift to these women, they can use this bag moving forward. But the idea is to fill the bag with everyday essential items. Now, there is a specific list. So when you go to their website, we'll just go through the kinds of things that you can donate. So in a teen bag, sanitary items, shampoo, conditioner, roll-on deodorant, soap, toothbrush, toothpaste, click on the links and you'll find more information. And nappy bags, maternity pads, breast pads, newborn nappies, obviously the essentials for a new mum and her baby shampoo, nappy rash cream, all that kind of thing. And in the women's bag, shampoo, conditioner, toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, roll-on deodorant, sanitary items. Now, these are not luxury items they are asking for. These are everyday essentials to help these women keep their dignity, walk through life with their dignity while they're trying to, rehome, change their circumstances and, move forward and grow. So also you can purchase the bag protector, and the bag protector, so if you just go on their website, what the bag protector is it works as a laundry bag for them as well. So it's a bag, it's kind of like gift wrapping, and then it's a gift wrap that they can use, that these women can use later on, either as a laundry bag or a shopping bag as well. Now, any bags that you have, if you have bags you want to donate, Bunnings Australia are collection points. So you can drop those off between the 22nd of November and the 7th of December at any Bunnings store across the country. And now, just to show you a little bit more, before we talk about what we're doing for Share the Dignity, we'll just show a little bit more about who Share the Dignity is and what they do. So they believe all women matter and all women deserve dignity and justice. And so, it says it all here. Share the Dignity is an Australian charity bringing dignity to homeless, at-risk and those experiencing domestic violence through the distribution of sanitary items and funding for funerals. So they have a few different, definitely connect with them. They have a few different, all women matter and all. I thought you were talking then. They have a few different drives that they have across the year. So their dignity drive, it's in the bag, which is the one that we're talking about now. And they also have dignity vending machines. So they have vending machines for free sanitary items at schools and public toilets where they're most needed. So I'm assuming that they're in the lower socioeconomic areas, making assumptions there. Mm-hmm. And because, no girl should ever have to miss a day of school because she can't afford pads and tampons. Like, that's pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm. It definitely is.
So if you want to make a cash donation, definitely go to their website. You can make a cash donation. If it's a cause that you think you want to support, get in contact with them, because I'm sure they can do with the support all year round. But for now, Adaire and I, now if you're in Adelaide, let me unshare this screen. That was my warning to Adaire to stop picking her name. Not that you were doing that.
So what we're doing for the Women in Business Adelaide Christmas get together is we're actually making that, because most people, I think, when they get together, they have Kris Kringle and the old office parties and give each other.
Which we were going to do. We said, let's do a Kris Kringle, make it fun, and you usually set a limit of, I don't know, $10, $15, whatever. And this is good old fashioned Adaire and Theonie style. When an idea pops into your head, you don't ask the other person, you just run with it. Because we make the assumption the other person's on the same page, and 99% of the time we are.
and we definitely were. You keep talking.
And we definitely were. We definitely were. Hey, Georgie, how you going? Thanks for joining us, gorgeous. So with this, so instead of doing the Kris Kringle, what we decided, so Women in Business Adelaide, we have a group, an online networking, or we call it net friending group, because it's about putting the relationships and the friendship first before business. We hold a monthly meetup. So if for December, sorry, I just got an itch. For December, instead of holding our usual meetup, we decided to have a Christmas lunch get together with the girls. And you know what? If your partners want to come along, we're not going to turn them away. There's no fee for the event. You just have to pay for your own lunch. We're taking it back to where the Women in Business Adelaide offline event started, over at Levita Restaurant on Grange Road in Kidman Park. And so we do need people to register for the event just so we can book a table for numbers, but there's no fee. We just need to, be fair to the venue and let them set up. So you just need to register on the actual event itself, and the link is above. And there's no fee for the event. You just have to pay for your own lunch, drinks, whatever it is you're having, and bring your bag donation. We're not doing the Kris Kringle. We decided we'd invite everybody to donate a bag to our It's in the Dignity support, supporting it's
hashtag It's in the bag supporting.
I was going to say It's in the Dignity. It wasn't coming out.
It's usually me who gets my words muddled.
I know. So if you bring a bag, now please do look at the website. Pop over to the Women in Business Adelaide Share the Dignity event. The link is above, because in there is a link to the website sharing information on exactly what it is that they're requesting be donated. And there are specific things they're asking that you don't donate. So no cash, that kind of thing. If you do want to make a cash donation, certainly make that to Share the Dignity Direct, but not in the handbags. And there is a volunteer at the other end going through the bags, making sure that everything's, safe, of course, above board, and to keep it fair. So make their job easier. And thanks, Georgie, for helping us out there. So make their job easier. Donate a bag. Help fill up my car. I've got a 4-wheel drive. I'm happy to make 2 or 3 trips if I have to. Fill the back of my car, and then I'll be straight after the event. I'll be driving down to my local Bunnings and donating those bags. So bring whatever you can with you. And the homelessness rates are just, they are incredible. And it is something that you never think is going to happen to you, but we just never know that. How often do we hear stories of high-powered executives who end up on the streets for whatever reason?
I know. So it's really, really important that you help us spread the love, spread the joy, spread the word about hashtag It's in the Bag. So if you have just joined us, you are watching on mytimetv.live. This is the show with no name, and we are syndicated out to over 50 channels of TV on demand through the Binge Network's syndication program. If you are watching from another page, then we invite you to come over and say hello to mytimetv.live, or if you're in a watch party, which is happening on my timeline right now, and you are welcome to come over. I think Georgie found us on the watch party on my timeline and now has popped over here to join us in the live broadcast. So
definitely. And if you have commented on one of the other pages we have cross-posted to, we will find your comments. So don't think you're being ignored, but it is while we're not seeing your comments now while we're live. So please understand we're not ignoring you. We just can't see your comments if you're commenting on one of the other pages. But we will visit. We do always go back to where we've cross-posted to find, because you never know. Now, please do also, if you know anyone, or even if you don't know of, because sometimes we don't always know people's circumstances, you don't know who might need the help. And, there might be people who are thinking, they need support with this kind of stuff and they don't know where to turn. Make sure that they see this, because, nobody, and it might not necessarily be for the It's in the Bag campaign, or you might know someone who's got a wardrobe full of handbags that they can donate anyway. Even if they can't afford to fill them, they might be able to give the handbags to someone else to fill, whatever. Collaborate and get it all happening.
Well, I've definitely got some handbags that that need home, so I'll be filling those up and bringing them on when we have our Women in Business Adelaide Christmas event. But if you if you aren't able to make the event, or if you would like to still donate, you can do independently. Just the website link is up here above, and you can just have a look at, I think any Bunnings actually take donations, don't they?
Yes, so Bunnings is where I'm taking the bags. Now, thank you, Jo. Thank you for sharing.
It's been a while. Nice to see you.
Yes, now it is. Now, where are we? They also do have, now I had found on the website, I just want to find it again. They've got a few partner programs. Woolworths have come on board with Share the Dignity as well. And I think this is all year round, I'm not sure, but with their own brand of tampons, they actually donate a percentage of proceeds of sales to Share the Dignity as well on sanitary items. And I'm pretty sure that's all year round. There are people helping, all over. So definitely take a look at their campaign. If you are in a position to make a cash donation, if it's a cause that matters to you and you want to make a cash donation, please do donate directly on their website. Don't bring that cash to us at Weber. I mean, you can and we'll pass it on, but it'd be better for you if you just did that online and made the donation to Share the Dignity direct.
Brilliant.
So Woolworths, here we are, just found it. So Woolworths have, I'll just looking over here. So Woolworths have committed to donating 5 cents from every packet of pads and tampons sold in the year in each of their 995 stores across Australia. So this means up to $1 million each year to help us this is Share the Dignity's website, so to help them ensure that Australian women and girls are no longer forced to use wadded up toilet paper to manage their periods. So it's great to see big corporations come on board as well and see that, it's the bigger picture. And, 5 cents a packet might not sound like much, but how many packets do they sell a day?
Yeah, indeed. So, yes, so it could be significant. It's, like you said, it's good to see the corporates come on board.
Definitely. So if you are able to come to our Christmas lunch, it is the 5th of December at 12 o'clock at La Vita Restaurant, which is 342 Grange Road in Kidman Park. We do need to book numbers, so please do register your interest on the event. If you're not in Adelaide and you still want to donate to the campaign, please have a look at their website. Make sure that you're putting appropriate items in these bags, whether you're donating a teen bag, a maternity bag, or a what did they call the other bag, or a women's bag, and then you can drop those off to a Bunnings collection point. So just check out the website. All the details are there. And specifically, just remember, don't donate cash in the bags. If you want to donate cash, do that on the website direct.
Okay. So I'd just like to shout out to the people that have joined us on mytimetv.live, but also the guys who have joined us on the watch party over on my timeline, Donna, Terry, Charlene, Meredith, Michael, Tammy, Simone, Tanya, Rachel says hi, Neil, Murray, Helen, Peter. So if you're over on my timeline, then we are live. We're just about to wind up the show with no name on mytimetv.live. So
we are. So please spread the word. It's a campaign I hadn't heard of before Sheree brought it to our attention last year, and we just thought it was such a simple thing to do, such a simple gesture to make. It was worth sharing again, so something for us to support. So Share the Dignity. I guess it says it all there, doesn't it?
It does. Share the dignity and hashtag it's in the bag. So if you'd even like to, show your intention to participate, feel free just to drop a hashtag it's in the bag below, and we'll see, sort of the hashtags matching up, and that will also help the word get out further for the campaign.
For sure. And maybe if you do drop something off independently, maybe, because this is just giving you ideas on how to help them spread their word. Take a photo of you dropping your bag off at the collection point. Take a selfie with the bag you're donating. Share it on Facebook. Make sure it's a public post and use the hashtag it's in the bag hashtag. If it's not a public, the people are, I'm just going to share this because I've seen people do it and they like, no, other people, the actual organisation I'm tagging aren't seeing my post. It's because if your post is set to private, so only your friends can see it, then only your friends can see it. A hashtag is only going to work as far as the reach of that particular post. So if you make it if you have everything locked down to private, make that particular post public just so that it does get spread out there, because the more, if people start searching the hashtag and click on that hashtag to see what it is, and they start seeing all these posts, they'll see the support that they're getting.
Brilliant. Well, I think it's a great thing, and we can all get behind it. And perhaps we know that they are very busy over at the Share the Dignity organisation, but we do hope that we may be able to get someone to jump in and give us a little insider view in maybe the next couple of weeks. But we'll keep trying, but we do understand that they are flat out ready for this.
Well, and even if they can't before the Christmas period, I think we will try and get them in, because I've been chatting with Rochelle over at Share the Dignity, so maybe we'll see if we can get a hold of somebody after the Christmas rush is done, after this campaign is finished, because it is a lot of work, a lot of volunteers to coordinate as well to get through everything. So maybe after the Christmas rush, we might bring them back and ask them how the campaign went and what they need moving forward.
Absolutely.
Because it's not just about one time of year.
No, because that's homelessness occurs every time, all the time. So, you know, like you said, it doesn't discriminate between socioeconomic status, and it probably wouldn't discriminate between summer or winter either. So definitely would need support all year. So.
Okay, so definitely support if you can. Come to our event, make a donation yourself, either or. Check out their Facebook page and their website to learn more. And until next week, have an amazing weekend. Oh, we've got a couple of people who have just popped in. Hi, Cheryl. How are you going?
So I just would like to say, if you are a profit for purpose organisation, a charity, a service club, or a community fundraiser who is looking to do something a little bit different to help get brand awareness and exposure for your cause, donations, sponsors, volunteers, we can help. Please just let us know. Sebastian, hi, darling. Great to see you here. We can help. We can have you as a guest on the show with no name, and if you can't do it on a Thursday morning, we do sometimes pre-record and air as a premiere. So please do get in touch with us, because we do love to help people help people.
That's right. Now, next week, unless we can find somebody to interview ahead of time and pre-record and upload as a premiere, we won't be here, because we will be at a 2-day conference Thursday and Friday next week. So we may or may not have a show. We could always actually upload a premiere, we will upload a premiere next week. The show will go on. Just thinking out loud.
You're amazing. You're amazing. It takes amazing to know amazing.
That's absolutely true. Like attracts like, doesn't it? Hi, Nicole. Thanks for joining us. So if you have joined us at the end of the show, please, go back, watch from the beginning. If you can support Share the Dignity, their campaign, it's in the bag, or any other campaign across the year, because, Christmas time isn't the only time they need help. And thank you. Thank you, Sebastian. Well, despite having no name, I beg to differ. I think we do have a name. It's the show with no name. And as Adaire said, if you are a profit for purpose organisation, a charity, service club, or somebody doing something to make a difference in your own community, because we know that there are many of you are not few and far between, get in contact with us, because we'd love to help you. It's not always about making a financial contribution. Sometimes it's purely about raising awareness.
And if you're watching this, raising awareness might mean just hitting the button to make sure other people see it. Even that contribution is extremely appreciated, because that's the power of getting the word out there. So
that's the catch and fun part, though.
All right. Well, okay, everybody. We'll see you next week for the show with no name.
We'll see you as a premiere, so we'll see you in the comments when we watch the replay.
I'm glad she's organised.